Hey guys, Love X back again after a while. I'm bringing you a what if. What if Naruto had Death Note? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Death Note. All the kids were outside talking and laughing. They were all excited as they had just graduated the academy and have officially become Hidden Leaf Shinobi. Except for one boy, who was sitting all alone on his swing watching them from a distance. That boy was none other than Naruto Uzumaki, but everyone in the academy only knows him as Dead Last. Unlike the other kids, Naruto had zero ninja training. He could never perfect the clone jutsu, which is why he was the only student to fail, again. The boy really hated his life. He had no family, no friends, and the entire village hated him for no good reason. The only people he could ever even talk to were his teacher Iruka and the Ichirakus. Everyone else wanted nothing to do with him. While Naruto was feeling sorry for himself, suddenly an object fell from the sky right in front of him. Huh? What's this? Naruto said as he went to pick up what was a black notebook. Death Note. What the heck is this? The human whose name is written in this note shall die. Naruto read aloud as he stared at the book for a second. What a bunch of bullcrap. There's no way in hell something like this could ever work. Instead, I'll just keep it so I can write my own stories, since apparently I can't become a ninja. Naruto said as he put the notebook in his book bag and went back to his crummy old apartment. Once he got settled, he took out the Death Note and began reading the other rules. This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing her name. Therefore, people sharing the same name will not be affected. If the cause of death is written within the next 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Naruto then stopped there. He would have read more, but there were just way too many rules. He decided he'd just read them later. He was now genuinely curious as to whether this Death Note would actually work or not, so he took out a pen and began to write. Wait, who the heck's name am I gonna put down? If this thing actually does work, then that'd make me a murderer. Maybe I should use it on a criminal. Wait, I don't know any criminals. Just then there was a knock at his door. Coming, he said. He opened the door to see Mizuki standing in front of him. Mizuki-sensei, what are you doing here? I came here to tell you how you can still graduate to genin. Meanwhile, in the Shinigami realm, damn it, where is it? What's wrong, Ryak? I can't find my Death Note anywhere. I must have dropped it on Earth. Well, that thing is probably in the hands of a human by now, or maybe not. Well, I'll go check and see. Later, Ryak said as he made his way to Earth. Secretly, he had hoped a human picked it up so he could get some excitement. It was so boring in the Shinigami realm and the apples were god-awful. Hopefully this world he was traveling to could keep him entertained. Iruka and Mizuki were standing face to face with each other as Naruto watched on from behind a tree. Mizuki, what do you think you're doing? Iruka shouted. Why, I'm going to take the forbidden scroll from Naruto, of course. Why do you think he took it? Mizuki responded calmly. So you basically manipulated him, probably told him some crap like if he did it you would promote him. How could you? What does it matter to you anyway, Iruka? He's the same nine-tailed brat that murdered your parents and almost destroyed the village. Why do you defend him? Mizuki shouted as Naruto overheard this. His eyes grew wide in shock. It all made sense now. Why all the adults gave him glares filled with hatred and anger. Why they didn't let any of their children play with him at the park. Now he knew that Iruka must have hated him too. You're wrong, Mizuki. Naruto is not the Nine Tails and never has been. He was just its Jinchuriki, nothing more, nothing less. Naruto has always been his own person, and no matter what kind of crap life has put him through, he always kept a big smile on his face and kept on about becoming Hokage. I never blamed him for my parents' death or the destruction of the village, and you shouldn't either. To be honest, he's always been like a little brother to me. Iruka said. Naruto couldn't help but cry upon hearing this. He was so happy that Iruka never saw him as the monster everybody thought he was, and now he knew he could always count on him. Enough with the damn sob story, Mizuki said as he launched a giant shuriken aiming for Iruka's neck. Now Iruka was caught off guard by this and he was about to get his head taken off. but luckily he had an unexpected savior. If you ever touch my sensei, I'll kill you, Naruto said with a dark tone. Well, speak of the devil, look who it is. So have you come to die too, you nine-tailed brat? Mizuki taunted Naruto didn't bother to speak and made a familiar hand sign. Multi-shadow clone jutsu, he shouted as 1K shadow clones came into existence. What the Naruto, when did you learn to make this many? Was it from the Forbidden Scroll? Iruka thought in his head, what the hell? Since when could you make that many? Mizuki shouted as all Narutos came at him and started pummeling him. When Naruto was done beating the shit out of Mizuki, Iruka told him to close his eyes. He felt something being placed on his forehead, and when he opened his eyes, he noticed it was a hidden leaf headband. Congratulations Naruto, you pass. Iruka said with a smile on his face. Iruka-sensei, Naruto shouted as he hugged his teacher. He was so happy he had finally become a full-fledged shinobi. Little did they know, the death god Ryak was watching the entire time. That was quite the show. Now I know this world is gonna be exciting. It seems that boy is heading home now, I should follow him and introduce myself there. Ryak said to himself. When Naruto got home he had one thing on his mind. The Death Note. Now was the time, he could finally find out if the Death Note is real or not. He took it from his dresser and took out a pen and wrote, Mizuki, while thinking of his face. He then closed the Death Note and put it back in his dresser. He figured if the Death Note actually worked he would find out tomorrow, though he didn't expect it to actually work. As he turned around he fell on the floor to his shock of a tall black figure standing in front of him. He quickly made about 10 shadow clones and they all threw kunais at the figure only for them to go right through him. Calm yourself, boy. I am not here to attack you, I just wanted to introduce myself. He said. Who the hell or what the hell are you? Naruto shouted. My name is Ryak. I am a death god from the Shinigami realm. That was my Death Note you have there. Oh sorry, you can have it back, Naruto said while handing it to Ryak. No, the moment you picked it up you became the new owner of the Death Note. I am merely a spectator. Oh I see, so does this thing actually work? Yes it does, and I see you already put that man's name in the Death Note. He should be dead by now, but you can see for yourself tomorrow. Alright, well I'm going to sleep now. You're not gonna watch me, are you? No, of course not. I mean I know I look like a stalker, but geez. Haha, sorry. Anyways, good night Ryak. See ya soon. The next day, Naruto walked into the classroom with a big smile on his face because he graduated. Ryak followed behind him, but he already explained to Naruto that only people who touch the Death Note can see and hear him. The entire class was shocked to see him as they thought he had failed. Naruto? I thought you didn't graduate? Said the one known as Shikamaru. Nope. I guess Iruka-sensei had a change of heart. Naruto, you don't have to keep it from them. Class, the reason I gave Naruto a free pass was because Mizuki went rogue and Naruto single-handedly took him down, Iruka said as the entire class shouted in awe. Iruka then whispered in Naruto's ear, speaking of Mizuki. They said he died last night due to a massive heart attack. Naruto's grew wide. The Death Note, it's real. He thought to himself. After recovering from his shock he went and sat down next to Sasuke Uchiha, the boy he saw as his rival. Hey Naruto, how the hell did you take down a Chunin level shinobi before you even made Genin? Sasuke asked him. Naruto just smiled and said, he was pretty weak. Alright class, enough of the chit-chat. Today you will assigned with 2 others to form a team and you will have a Jonin instructor. I will now call out the teams. Team 7, Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, and Sasuke Uchiha. Iruka started. Well, at least I'm with Sakura, Naruto thought. Well, at least I'm with Sasuke. Sakura thought. Well, as long as they don't get in my way. Sasuke thought. I really wanted to be with Naruto, thought the princess of the Hyuga clan. Team 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga, and Shino Aburame. Team 10, Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akamichi. Iruka finished. Hey, what happened to Team 9? Naruto asked. Team 9 graduated last year, Iruka replied. Anyway, those are the teams. From here on out your Jonin instructors will be your new senseis and you're to listen to them and follow their command. You all are shinobi now and you will take on many missions in the future, but remember, it's a dangerous world out there, so be careful. Now your teachers will be here shortly to come and get you guys. With that, Iruka left the room, and soon all the Jonin instructors came and got their students, except for one. 2 hours later. What the hell is taking him so long? Naruto shouted. Naruto stopped yelling. I'm sure he was busy and will be here any moment. Sakura said, yeah, well, I'm done waiting. I got stuff I need to do. Naruto responded, like reading. Reading? So you finally decided to take your studies more seriously, huh? Sakura said, yeah. If I'm gonna be a true shinobi, I need to train not just my body, but my mind as well. Just then a man with a mask on his face walked in. You all must be my team. Sorry I'm so late. Let's meet up on the roof and get to know ourselves, he said. They all got to the roof and sat down. Now you all can tell me your name, likes, dislikes, and goals for the future. Why don't you start first, sensei, so we can get an example? Sakura suggested. Fine. My name is Kakashi Hatake. There are many things that I like and dislike, and I don't feel like telling you my goals. All we really got was his name. Sakura said, now why don't you go first, miss? Kakashi said, okay. My name is Sakura Haruno. What I like is who I like is looks at Sasuke. My goals for the future are looks at Sasuke and squeals. Oh great. A fangirl is just what we need. Kakashi thought. And your dislikes? Kakashi asked. Naruto. She shouted, but Naruto didn't really care what people thought of him anymore. The most weapon in the world was at his disposal, so why should he care? Well, what about you with the raven hair? Kakashi said, my name is Sasuke Uchiha.
I dislike a lot of things, and there aren't many things that I like. My goal is soon to become a reality, and that is to kill a certain man and restore my clan.
He said with Sakura looking at him, puzzled. Kakashi already knew the backstory and kinda expected that. Naruto was looking more interested than shocked. Alright, Blondie, you're up. Kakashi said, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. I love ramen, training, and protecting those who are precious to me. I hate how long you have to wait for the ramen to cook, bullies, and criminals, and people that blame others for something that wasn't their fault. Finally, my dream is, he paused for a moment. What was his dream? Sure, he wanted to become Hokage, but is that what he really wanted? He has the power to rid the shinobi world of all criminal scum and those who do wrong. He can keep every innocent soul alive and kill every corrupt soul. He has the power to play God. My dream is revolution. Naruto finished. Everyone, even Sasuke and Kakashi, were completely shocked by his answer. What could he mean by that? I hope he's not talking about getting revenge on the village. Kakashi thought with worry. Okay, that's all for today. You three are dismissed. You are to meet me at the training grounds so I can test you and determine if you get sent back to the academy or not. Be sure to meet at 5 a.m. and you might want to skip breakfast. With that, Kakashi took, and so did Team 7. Naruto made his way to the Konoha library and picked up the first book he saw, which was teaching all about shadow clones. After reading the whole thing, he learned that if a shadow clone disperses, all its memories are transferred to the original. Learning this, he made about 200 shadow clones, and they all started reading every book that they could. So tell me, how is it that you can clone yourself? Ryak asked. I use the chakra that's flowing through my body to do that. Naruto responded. So can everyone in this world use chakra? Well, not everybody, but most people. Anyway, I'm going to leave my clones here to study until they disperse. Meanwhile, I'll be talking to someone. Naruto then sat in a meditating position and closed his eyes. Soon enough, he was able to enter his mind. Hello. Hey, Nine Tails, I know you're inside of me, so answer me, are you here? Naruto yelled. His mind looked like a sewer, and he was standing in front of giant iron bars. Then he saw a giant red eye with a black silt open up. Naruto Uzumaki, so you managed to communicate with me. What is it that you want? The Nine Tails said, your name, my name. Why would you want my name, and why should I tell you? Because if we're going to be partners, we need to get to know each other better, and considering you have been inside of me my whole life, I'm the one who needs to get to know you. Is this a joke? You know who I am, do you not? Why on earth should we be partners? Well, I can't bring about revolution with only my death note. I still need power. I was reading a lot about tailed beasts and Jinchuriki earlier, and I know that there are 8 others out there just like you, and I will bring them all together, and we will all watch over everything with this death note here. They must have gone through the same pain I went through, and I want to save them. They don't deserve to be treated like monsters. It's the real monsters out there that deserve to be punished. I will give you my power when you need it, because if you die, I die, but we are not friends. Soon enough, we will be. Naruto said as he walked away and began to exit his mind. Kurama, the Nine Tails said, "What? That is my name, Kurama." Naruto just smiled and exited his mind, going back to reality. Once back, his head hurt like hell because he was gaining so much information and noticed that all his clones were gone. "Damn, I must have been gone longer than I thought," he said. "Where did you go?" Ryak asked, inside my mind to talk to Kurama, the tailed beast inside of me. "So anyway, Ryak, I was wondering if you could do me a favor." Naruto responded, "Only if you offer me something." "Like what?" "Apples, that's it. Death gods love apples." "Alright then, I'll get you an apple if you can do this favor for me." Naruto said, "What is it?" Ryak asked, "I need you to sneak into the Hokage's office and steal the bingo book so I can get all the criminals. It should be easy since no one but me can see or hear you. The Hokage's office is in that big tower, right?" "Right, alright, I'm off, and have my apples ready." Naruto then went off to find a stand and bought a whole basket of fresh apples. He noticed the sun was starting to set and he decided he would head home and train in his mind to learn the jutsus he studied. He learned a lot and he thought he should train his taijutsu skills as well so he could get ready for tomorrow. First he stopped by the Ichiraku ramen stand for dinner and went home. As he walked through the door he saw Ryak in there waiting for him. "So did you get it? Here," he threw Naruto the book. "Now give me my apples. Now we need to preserve these apples so you only eat one a day." Naruto said as he threw Ryak an apple and put the rest in his refrigerator. Naruto then sat on his bed and opened up the bingo book. Unmo Samadare. Itachi Uchiha Orochimaru Kabuto Yakushi Shoujoji Kiyomu Fukuda. So these are the people listed in the bingo book. Good thing it also shows a picture of them, making this incredibly easy. The only one I won't kill is Itachi Uchiha because I'm pretty damn sure he's the one Sasuke was talking about, and so I'm going to respect his wishes and let him avenge his clan. As for the others, if you didn't go rogue you wouldn't have to suffer the consequences," Naruto said. He then took out a pen and began writing all except Itachi's name. "There, I can't believe that Orochimaru guy is one of the Sannin and I can't believe I just killed one of the Sannin. Ha! Just goes to show how much power the Death Note wields. I could kill a Kage if I wanted to. Now don't get ahead of yourself, Naruto. The Death Note can only kill if it is humanely possible." Ryak said, "Yeah, I know that. I read the rules. My only problem is that I would need to find a way to get all criminals' names." Naruto said, "Oh, I know a way I can fix that. A Shinigami's eyes can see a person's full name and lifespan just by looking at them, and I can give you these eyes." "What's the catch?" Naruto asked. "You must give me half of your lifespan." "Deal." "What?" "I'll take the offer. Just like that. Just like that." "Very well then." After making the ideal, Naruto went to sleep as he needed to restore his energy. Meanwhile, "Did you get the news?" "Yes, I don't believe he just up and died from a massive heart attack. It seems his apprentice Kabuto Yakushi died from a massive heart attack as well, and so did the others in that were in the bingo book except for Itachi Uchiha. We don't know if he's dead or not. Mizuki was killed by a massive heart attack as well. Something isn't right, there's gotta be something that's causing this to happen. Jiraiya, I want you to look into this." "Sure thing, sensei." Jiraiya said. The end. This is where we leave it off for today. If you guys want part 2, let's go for 20 likes.